So we've seen that we have, as European citizens, we have the right to reside, we have the right to work, we have healthcare rights, benefits rights. We also have political rights. As an important part of being a citizen is the ability to participate in the democratic process and the development of your community in your host country. Of course, you have the political rights in your home country where you come from, but these rights come with you in your host country. In this chapter, we will talk about your voting rights as a EU citizen and your ability to stand for elections in your host country. The right of EU citizens to vote in other member states is rooted in the principles of European citizenship and also in the goals of promoting greater integration and participation within the European Union. This right is designed to strengthen the sense of belonging to a common European identity and to facilitate the democratic engagement of EU citizens in the countries where they reside. The concept of European citizenship was introduced with the Maastricht Treaty in 1992. In addition to national citizenship, every person holding the nationality of an European member state is also considered a citizen of the European Union. European citizenship comes with a set of rights, including the right to move and reside, as we already talked, freely within the EU borders, European Union borders, uh, and the right to vote and stand as a candidate in local and European Parliament elections in the member state of residence. As mentioned, as you are a European citizen, you are able to vote for several types of elections in Denmark. We are going to talk a bit about Denmark now, and thereby make your voice heard in the democratic process. Let's take a closer look at what these elections are and how you can vote. Municipality and regional elections. If you are a Danish citizen or a European citizen, then you are entitled to vote in municipal and regional elections. Of course, if you are uh, above 18 years of age and reside in the municipality or region uh, where the elections take place. If you are a citizen of another country than those mentioned, so if you are a citizen of a non European country, you will be entitled to vote only after you've been residing in Denmark for a period of minimum 4 years. In Denmark, the municipalities are responsible for many of the areas that affect our daily lives directly, such as social security, elder and childcare, public schools, and integration efforts. All these are part of the municipality, um, and they make the rules regarding all these mentioned things. Now, when we're talking about regions, they are more focused on public health system, such as hospitals and doctors, some regional development, and public transportation. Your voting rights give you the opportunity to have a say in how these public institutions are run and what they should focus on for the next period. Therefore, it is a very good idea to participate in political development and culture by looking into the different parties and see what do they stand for, which one of these parties fit my best view of the world or best view of how things should be done. When we're talking about national level, you are entitled to vote for the Danish Parliament, Folketinget, if you are a Danish citizen, and of course you are over 18 years of age. Um, Most people who are entitled to vote for Parliament, they are automatically registered in the electoral register, and it's only the Danes who are living abroad that have to apply to be enrolled in a special electoral register. So the national elections might not be relevant for you right now, but should you apply for a Danish citizenship, it's good to know these things. When we're talking about European Parliament, again, you must be over 18 years of age to vote, and you must be a citizen of Denmark or of any European Union country. And if you want to vote in Denmark, of course, you must be a resident of Denmark. If you are an EU citizen and you are registered as permanently residing in Denmark, um, and you wish to vote for the European Parliament elections in Denmark, you must fill out and submit a special form to be enrolled in the electoral register. This application must be submitted to the municipality in which you live. If you would like to vote for the European Parliament from your home country while living in Denmark, this is also an option, but the places where you can vote might be fewer. Of course, um, you might be able to vote at an embassy or vote by post, even by proxy, or in case of Estonia, you can vote electronically. Some European countries do not allow you to vote for the European Parliament if you live abroad. These countries are Czech Republic, are Ireland, Malta, and Slovakia. Of course, you can complain maybe if you have a complaint regarding the parliament elections in Denmark, Danish parliament elections, then you have to lodge your complaint no longer than a week after the elections. And when we're talking about Danish parliament, you have to send your complaint to the Ministry of Interior and Housing, as I said, within 1 week after the election. Then the parliament will look at your complaint, and then they will take a resolution according to whatever you complained. If you want to complain in connection with a municipal or regional election, you must send your complaint within, again, 1 week after the election, and this complaint must be sent to the municipal or regional council, who then again, as in the case before, then they will reach a conclusion, and this conclusion will be sent to you. Um, Now, let's say that you voted, but you also want to be elected. There are different rules depending on which of the mentioned democratic institutions you'd like to run for. As a key rule, you are allowed to you're allowed to run for an institution for which you are also allowed to vote. For the municipality and regional elections, um, the right to stand for election is given to anyone who has the right to vote for these two institutions. The same rules apply for the national and European elections. You also have to be able to vote in order to run. Now, before you can get your name on the voting list, you must have several people who will vouch for you. These vouchers, let's call them, um, the amount of vouchers depends on the city where you're going to run. Normally, for most of the cities, it's 25 persons who have to vouch for you. But when we're talking about bigger cities like Aarhus, Odense, and even Aalborg, then it's 50 persons who have to vouch for you. While in Copenhagen, you need 150. If we're talking about regional elections, then you need 50 persons to vouch for you. And for national elections, you need at least 150 persons to vouch for you. And these vouchers, persons who vouch for you need them only if you are not a member of a political party. So if you are running as an independent, if you're running for a political party that is already eligible for the national parliament or the regional, then you do not need these persons to vouch for you. Um, if you want to run for the European Parliament, you cannot run from both countries, your origin country and your residence country. You can run only from one country. So as I said, um, you do not need persons to vouch for you if you are a member of a political party, uh, which in Denmark almost all the politicians are members of a political party, either national, big national parties, or minor local parties. Um, and these minor local parties, they normally only run for municipality and regional elections. So if you are thinking about running for office, it might be a good idea to look into whether one of the parties have similar views as you do. Um, of course, as all rights, they are not absolute rights. You have the right to be elected, but you lose this right if, for example, you're being jailed or being declared incapable. Um, you have a handicap and you are not capable to take decisions for yourself. Of course, you cannot run for office and take decisions for others.